Hey everyone, good to see you all again. So here we go, drawing the mouth. So when it comes to the drawing the mouth or drawing the lips, there's a few. It makes up. There's a few parts. Simply put, there's one line on top for one line in the middle for the middle of the mouth. Then you have the top lip and the bottom lip. And I know it kind of just seems simple, but I want to look just a little bit more detailed than just that. Okay. So here we go. Now, when you're looking at the lip, right? There's a part that comes in the middle there like a V shape, and the reason why is because when looking from the side it juts out like that, and there's a tissue there shape like, almost like a heart shape. Okay, on either side of that is another two pads. Okay, like that. At the bottom there's two pads there, one, two, and on the side of those we have another two. Okay, and the same with this one, just like that, and there we go. And so that's what makes up the lips, and that's why it is the shape that it is. So if we took this, okay, I'll just lighten this one a little bit. So we took that and we drew on top of it. That's why we have those different shapes. So you have this here, comes in there, like that. Okay, so these other small tiny curves, they are not so apparent, but the one in the middle stands out the most. So that's the middle of the lip, and that's why it looks like that. Now the bottom of the lip, that's why it's kind of shaped like that just a bit. Comes up, goes straight there. Right, and the top of the lip. Okay, so if you wanted to go into more detail of shading, these areas here are the ones that you shade. So we shade there, shade again there. Okay, there's a little bit of a shadow there, little bit there. So if you look at the picture of lips, that's what you'll find. Okay, these are where the shadow is going to be lying, and this is the reason why, because of these different pads there. Okay, so that's shading the lips like that. Now just under the mouth, there's an area under the mouth there, and that one normally gets shaded in like that. The top of it, there's that. There's another area which just sits under the tip of the nose there, and that looks like that. Okay, so that's the different those different pads that are on the lips, and looking from the side, that's why this area is there and it comes down like that. Okay, which is here. So it comes down like that, then it comes, this pad comes down like that. Okay, so this heart shape is there, it comes down, same thing right there, it comes down. Right there. Now the bottom lip, same thing. Looks the same. You have that circular pad there that comes straight up to the corner. There we have it. Now this area from the side looks like that. Then you have your nose that comes out. Right there. Okay? So when you're shading it, you shade the same way. So from the side you only see the three pads. So you have that heart shape, you have this second pad right there, then you have the third one that sits in there. And so when you're shading it, you shade it that way too. Now most of the time the top lip will be in the shade, so that's why it's normally darker than the bottom lip, because the bottom lip will catch most of the light. So this area here on different people is different. Some people it comes in, For other people, it might come straight out like that. So you have the bottom of the lip, then it curves outwards instead of inwards. Then you have your chin right there. And that's basically how you draw the mouth or draw the lips. And yeah. So what I want to look at when you're drawing the lips is also drawing the teeth. Okay. So we'll have all those together. So when you're drawing the teeth, okay, drawing the top of the lip, okay, that smile. Then we have those pads that are on top of the lip, okay. And when we're drawing the teeth, there's something that we should keep in mind is, okay, so you have your incisors. I won't go into detail about all the different names, but basically there's 4 flat ones. Then you have like a kind of sharp tooth there. And if I was to divide this in half, right, you'll see just 4 of the teeth, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and the other ones are really tiny at the back there, so you don't have to draw them in. You can just put a bit of shadow just to save time. Okay, and the bottom teeth, sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't. Same kind of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, when drawing the teeth, just make sure you simplify it. So kind of don't draw every single line coming down this way. Just draw those bits in the teeth there that go in, just like that, and make those nice and dark, but keep the lines thin. Then on the top, what you want to do is just show a bit of the gum there. Okay, so most of the time with the teeth, they'll be angling inwards like this. Okay, so that's a quick way of drawing the teeth, and basically everyone has the same type of teeth unless they have teeth missing. Then yeah, go ahead and add that in. Okay, so that's drawing the teeth, and what you want to do is you want to shade this in just a little bit. And so just with that simple way of drawing it, it looks good already. Okay, and don't go in and just do every single line that there is to put in the teeth, just making it dark like that, because it's doesn't look as good as just as the other way that we did it. Okay, and it helps the teeth move a little bit to the background and not be so prominent, because some people are a little sensitive about their teeth. Okay, so you will be showing it in your caricature, but it won't be the main feature, unless it's something that that you just can't leave out and you just want to go ahead and put it in. Then okay, well, yeah, it's your drawing, so you can do whatever you want. So that's the basic on the teeth from the front. So we're gonna look at so remember, we'll see at least 4 or 5 teeth from the front. Now looking from the side, it's kind of the same thing. So when I'm saying 4 or 5 is counting from the halfway line. So let's give this person a smile. So remember, the angle is going to be that way, because when the jaw, so we have the skull here, the teeth here. Okay, put the eye socket in. So with the teeth here coming in there, let me draw this properly. Okay, so this jawbone, when it pivots, it'll come that way. Okay, it won't go straight down, which is a mistake some people make sometimes when they're drawing, especially if they're drawing the teeth. Okay, so it comes that way. So when you're drawing it, make sure that your teeth are angled in that way, and then you have your bottom lip coming in there. So when you do that, it'll look a lot more accurate. Okay, so that's halfway. Let's bring it down below the halfway line. Bring it in like that. Okay, in halfway. Now, from the side, you'll see less of the front teeth and more of the side teeth. So that's what we're going to depict here. So the closer it's getting to the back, the bigger the teeth are going to start to look. Okay. There we go. This one's just in bed. Have this one there. And remember, just suggest the top of the gums there. 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Right there. Okay, and we give it a light shading just to show that the gum is darker than the teeth. That's the top lip, so we'll give it a bit of shading because it's in the shadow. Shadow side, that's the bottom lip. So under the chin is going to not catch the light. Okay, so that's what it looks like from the side. There we go. So just remember the jaw when it's turning this way when you're drawing teeth from the side. Okay, and yeah, then it just gradually goes from skinny to, I mean, you can see less of it in the front and more of it that's on the side. There we go. So that's how to draw the mouth and just really quickly the teeth. So last of all, we'll be looking at how to draw the ear, and then I'll put the eyebrows and the hair together in one. So hope you're enjoying these videos. See you later.